The world is old. Age after age has passed. Civilizations have risen, fallen to ash, and been replaced more times than anyone alive can count. Secrets hide like gemstones under layers of earth and time, waiting to be revealed and claimed by the fearless and the foolhardy. But the earth hides much, and dark things slumber in dark places, waiting to be disturbed. On the surface, old kingdoms vie with new, simple families struggling to survive, trying to live happy lives, are thrown about in the tempests of conflict and war. Nations protect their own, or exploit them, or sacrifice them to fuel the power of their god kings. Some gods touch the lands and their peoples, while others watch with interest as their followers burn. Greetings, my fellow Narcadians. It is I, Talisar Gelden, Master of the Narcadian Order, and welcome back for more Pathfinder Immortalis, ran by Magic Dealer. Not much to report for channel-related stuff. I finished my playthrough of Search of Resurgence, and I will be posting a video shortly of a reaction to the bad ending. If everything just went really horribly wrong type of ending. I made about halfway through the video so far. I haven't posted that one yet. I'm probably going to wait and finish the whole thing and just put it all together as one long video. We'll see how I feel about that. In other news regarding the channel, I have nothing else going on. Although I'm planning on picking up Baldur's Gate 3, and I want to try to do a playthrough of that. Just so many really good games coming out this time of year. You got Baldur's Gate 3, Armored Core 6, and then Starfield are coming out. And I'm looking forward to RoboCop Rogue City when that gets released in September. So, look forward to, hopefully I'll have those on my channel. And that's all I got to report. Remember to like, share, and subscribe my content. Links will be down below to my Patreon and to my Discord channel. So feel free to come on by and become a member of the Narcadian Order. And we will be with everyone else in but a moment for you, but an eternity for me, because I have a pause button.
Immortalis, Captain's Log. Late at night, as we rested, our good buddy Yav noticed an unusual black pillar rising from the earth. Our local expert in engineering, Orin, remarked that it was engineered in an impossible manner and seemed to be affecting magic somehow. Observing our magical items, it seemed they were being diminished by its presence. Orin took note of the runes and was extremely taxed by this. As we continued our patrols throughout the day, we encountered a meteor strike of sorts, accompanied by 4 corpses that appeared to be an accident of magic. Later on, we encountered a group of children. Vance bribed them to go home. So that was that. And once we found their home, we discovered that the Trader General has been conscripting goods from locals under the, not guys, because they are the army, but
they're the illegitimate army.
Yeah. We did encounter these forces too, but being that we weren't set up well for scouting, we're not terribly stealthy. We just took note of where they were, and because we weren't sure how many there would be. There'd be scouting, blah blah blah. And when we camped for the night, we were ambushed by oozes, and that's what we did. That was our last thing.
Very good.
Succinct.
I'm so glad somebody remembered because it's been so long.
Y'all have no idea how unnatural it is for me to take notes, so...
Alright.
Are you me in college?
Oof.
So, like, for reference, I can recite recipes that I haven't made in 10 years to the gram. But I don't really remember what I did yesterday. So, or, like, what I had for breakfast. But, yeah, I have a weird memory.
I'm misremembering things, I think.
I had a sausage, bacon, egg sandwich.
That sounds
Hash
pretty
browns.
good.
Lucky you.
And 2 small breakfast burritos.
I like to put my hash browns in my sandwich.
Yeah, I do that with it when I get stuff from McDonald's.
Yeah, you
I
get
mean,
what's up.
What the fuck is it like actually be able to get fast food? I forgot.
Expensive.
You know, we actually have places here that you could go for fast food.
Really?
They're not, like, cheap like fast food, but nothing's cheap anymore, so...
There's a place here with fries like that.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
where are we going, Captain?
I believe we finished our patrol and we're gonna make our way back. Or if I don't know if it was a loop or if we did a line and then we're going backwards. I'm not actually totally sure.
No,
I
don't know
actually-
what kind of drugs you brought.
Actually, I'd prefer to make my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Hmm.
Jinx.
Are you homebound?
No, we're not homebound yet.
But anyways, I believe the plan was to return to our military encampment and report to our superiors about the things we encountered.
I believe that was the general consensus, yes, because we have a lot of things to report on.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a reminder, you were traveling in parallel with the military camp, doing a patrol along the way. So, y'all shake the ooze out of your clothing and off your weapons. And is there anything you want to do before you set off?
I believe Renard needs some healing. I don't... I have healing potions. I don't know what other... I don't remember what other people have.
I
for
need to
healing.
see here. Did I click? Okay, yeah. It looks like all my stuff has been reset, so I did click the long rest button before we ended the last session.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm down 2 hit points. I'm fine.
Yeah, I really wish everyone's damage bars would be displayed all the time.
Yeah, yeah. You have to go in and change that manually. If for some reason it doesn't, I think you can do that to your character sheet to have it set up to do that. So having to do it by the token, the other time.
I can change everybody's tokens if everybody's okay with that.
I was gonna say, I also know how to do it, but it's also I need access to Yob's token.
Yes, please.
Let me.
Access granted. Does anybody have an objection to me changing bars?
Nope.
If somebody wants to hide it, it's fine with me.
Display it.
Yeah, mine's already set.
I think mine's set, but I don't know. I can't see.
Sorry, real quick. Hell and Magic, could you both roll a d8, please?
That's odd. You would want the GM to roll one, but.
Yeah, I'm super delayed in leveling up Yob.
I thought we did roll it.
I don't have it logged anywhere, so.
That's gonna be
For some reason, I thought I remember being a 7, but I don't remember anymore, so I can't actually, like...
And now I need d10s for the Eidolon.
No.
Well, fine. I'm not even gonna roll it.
You can if you want to, buddy. Come on. Just because I like you.
In darkness, 60 feet. Yeah, I believe dark vision is 60 feet for dwarves. Okay. All right.
Sorry. Magic, how does the fusion modify HP?
Very specifically, I just set the value to it. You can modify the macro to adjust for the difference.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I just took the lazy approach. I'm not sorry.
Yeah, and the changes, I just see a set constitution. I don't see where you put the...
No, it's an actual macro.
Oh, see, I just thought it was the temporary buff that did the fusion. I didn't realize it had a macro.
No, it's because it only resets at certain times, and you need to handle that manually. Let me throw you in here on it.
Okay.
There, you should be able to see it and edit it, so don't delete it.
Where do I look for it? Sorry, like in the macro folder at the bottom left?
Yep. Click the folder. You should see Fusion HP 13, hit after party rest.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I've just been hitting that when the party is rested. But, yeah, if I'm going to delete your token and put you back down, it should fix your bar.
Okay. Ah, where'd I go? Ah! I don't exist anymore. Oh, wait, I'm back. Okay, cool.
Flashback
so
to the
funny.
void.
Oh, geez, I haven't looked at an actual macro in so long. Your
I'm
text
so
is nice, though.
I'm probably still 98% of it.
Well,
I say probably because I already can't remember doing it.
it's very nicely laid out, so I'm giving you credit.
Be right back, guys.
Here, what are your notifications?
My weed wore off.
How that works?
First
It works in
says
the same
hi,
way that
and it says bye.
It's good for about 2 to 4 hours, depending on your tolerance, how much food you've had, how fast your metabolism is. Unless you take it in edible form, in which case it's a massively different story, but...
well, my body filters out drugs really quickly.
Yeah, probably have
Like-
metabolism.
Like, to give you an idea, the last time I went under for surgery, they had to give me double dosage of anesthetic to keep me down.
Yeah, I have a really nasty habit of waking up early.
I was so worried that was going to happen when I went to surgery.
I'm here to tell you, it is uniquely awful waking up early. Even if you don't wake up during the surgery, like even if you just wake up before you've had more pain medicine administered. Happened with my wisdom teeth, happened with my fucking surgery. Like, yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah, there's some stuff that that I do that with, and then other stuff, very thankfully, I don't. Everybody should have HP bars now.
Okay, so
Huzzah!
Vance very much needs some healing.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what people have for their own potion stocks.
I know I have some potions in my inventory here. I got 5 cure light wounds on me right now.
So my big question then is, Vance, do you have potions?
No, but I have a few castings of Cure Light on me.
All right, that's totally acceptable.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you're
but
willing to
extracts,
cast it,
yeah.
as long as they are prepared. I didn't think alchemist stuff triggered wild magic,
Or did they?
but anyways, that's all fine. And Renard, do you have a healing potion you can drink?
I think Iron Bite's still away for a bit.
Oh, okay.
So sorry, I need to get my right voice here. So, Laetitia, what is our next order of business?
Well, like, once everyone's actually ready and recovered from the oozes or whatever, we've got to report back to our superiors. At which point, I'm sure we'll probably be given a brief rest and then immediately sent out on another mission, being that we are, kind of in civil war or whatever.
I have returned.
Excellent. Do you have a healing potion to drink for yourself?
Let me check.
And, Vance, you can go ahead and have one of mine so you're not expending more spells.
I do not.
Okay.
Did you say you do or don't?
Do not.
Alright, I can give you one of mine.
Roll it. Glug glug.
Alright, that's Renard. Vance, I'm gonna roll one for you now.
Okie
Nice roll.
Oh, this is
Hey.
horrible. We're gonna bomb for the rest of the session.
I hope not.
It'll be fine, right?
Okay. Alright, so
Twice
let's
next week.
get moving back to camp. I think I hear Pell talking, but it sounds really far away.
No, that isn't me.
Oh, that's on
I
TV then.
think Zygarde is watching one of our previous sessions, maybe?
No. It's probably picking up my phone.
It was weird that it sounded like Pell's voice. I heard.
You did.
I was like,
I'm watching something on Instagram on my phone.
I didn't want to say anything, but
Condolences.
you know.
Okay, well. Y'all got yourselves healed up. You head off back towards the army encampment, which should be eeny, meeny, miny to the east, if I remember. Yeah, to the east from where you're at. And part of the way there, you start hearing screams and gunshots and similar noises, and it's coming from Alticia's pocket.
What?
Coming from my pocket?
From your pocket.
What does it got in its pockets?
Hey, Altisha, buddy, why didn't you tell y'all that you had a screaming device in your pocket?
I was unaware I had a screaming device in my pocket. I'll fucking start going through my pockets to figure out what... I'm so confused.
Oh no, I put all this in the wrong place. It's terrible.
Like,
Uh,
come to find out, you were given some sort of communication device. And...
I'm like looking through the loot list. Like, what did I pick up? That I have some shards of crystal, maybe.
so you reach into your pocket, you fumble around, and you pull out that very special emergency device you were given before you left.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I thought that was a one-way thing. I thought that was us call for help.
No, well, it sends messages one way, and it works twice. Well, this way is being sent to you because you're hearing shooting and screaming, and it's not a good start. But after a moment,
It's a sending stone, isn't it?
something like that.
Mm,
Hold on, I need to talk to my wife for a moment.
okay.
I thought you already upgraded everything on your computer.
I need I need better memory. I still have some old hard drives that are like 500 gigabytes each.
Oh, don't
Okay.
use the term memory for storage. Those
Yeah.
are two radically different things.
I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my next big expense is gonna be another magic deck.
Anyway, so Altisha is getting some bad news.
Yeah, still waiting for magic dealer.
Oh, I thought he was back.
Yeah, no, I'm back.
No, he
Oh,
wasn't.
you are?
I definitely was. I talked before Brett excused himself.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why.
okay.
That's why I said. That's why I said that. If he was still gone, I wouldn't have said that.
All right, so yeah, so we're getting a distress message.
Yeah.
Some
you
sort
are.
of call, I believe.
Is there any words or just screaming and gunshots?
Yeah, if I had it set up, I would do the fucking codec call sound effect.
Yeah, there are words. I'm just in my tired state, struggling to find the sentence that I wrote, and it's not going well. So we're just gonna roll with it, I guess. There are sounds, like I said, of gunfire and screams in the background, and after a moment, a voice, a light baritone comes over and says, "All forces, we are currently under attack. The general has launched a surprise assault on the main camp. Do not return to camp. Make your way at best speed to the capital. Inform the forces there of the update in the situation and secure the king." And the voice begins to say something else, and then the sound cuts out.
Well,
you heard him, folks.
Well, shite.
You heard him, folks. We got a job to do.
Altisha will look very solemn, taking her helmet off for just a moment as she falls and gives a small prayer. Please, gods, let Wolby be okay.
Who's Wolby?
Please, my bison.
Bison.
Allegedly, the uncle.
May or may not be my master's uncle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then, after taking the moment, nod, put the helmet back on, and say, "Well, guys, you heard him. Let's go to the capital."
Hey, I said that.
Dance. You don't give orders. Now, who here reads maps good? Raise your
I'd
hand.
probably be me, since map reading is a survival check, right?
Survival. Yeah.
All right. So, Vance, do you want to try and plot us a good route to the capital from here? That would be swell.
Sure. I'll try.
You think you have a pretty good idea of how to get to the capital, but your immediate concern is whether you just want to try to go straight there or make an extra detour to the side, because you realize your path could quite possibly take you directly through the enemy forces.
It's all up to our commanding officer. I give them what the options we got based off of my knowledge and hope for the best.
All right, so a couple of follow-up questions. Question 1, and I should have this written down. The rock crawlers, where were they? Are they an issue? Are they on our path at all?
Not to where you're going to be forced to deal with them, assuming they're going along the same path.
Okay, second of all, we probably should take a route that takes us possibly along some farmland. As much as I don't want to do it, we don't have enough rations to make it all the way to the capital, I'm relatively certain.
Yep.
So we will, and I doubt we are going to be able to forage for food successfully for the entire trip. So unless we want to starve, I suggest we take a route that we can resupply somehow.
Y'all thinks that not starving is in fact a very, very, very high, priority. Otherwise, the chicken man might start looking actually really tasty.
Again, I am not a chicken.
Also, y'all, there is no meat on him. He would not be a good snack.
I said, starts to look tasty.
And he probably tastes like strange chemicals. But
You're gonna start waking up with butter in your boots.
Wouldn't be the first time.
wake up
What?
and find yourself gently wrapped in herbs. All right.
One
One thing I like about playing Vance is I just love giving weird bits of his backstory that don't make any sense.
I refuse to believe you having butter on your boots is part of your backstory.
Vance knows a lot of people.
I don't.
A lot of.
All right.
One of them
so,
just happens to like making butter.
follow-up question. Who here has good knowledges of the local areas that could point out some areas we might be able to resupply for food?
That'd be a geography, huh?
I think our knowledge local. I don't remember.
Knowledge local. I think I have that. Yes,
I don't
do.
know if it would be or not. I'm waiting for DM.
Isn't knowledge local more for civilization?
Well, yeah.
No, that's.
Don't you even think about it.
Yeah, I'm actually not even. I'm just gonna ask Magic.
Local is for people, laws, customs, that sort of thing. If you want to know areas where there's going to be farming, that would be more geography for good farming lands.
Yeah, farming or trade areas. Either one would be fine. So if anyone has any particular knowledge on those subjects, that would be very helpful right now.
I only got a +4 in knowledge geography.
That's something. Roll it.
Do you have any ranks in it? That's a question.
Vance, you do know that y'all are well established out in the middle of nowhere, and you recall your conversation from yesterday with the farmer, where they talked about how they were out here in the middle of nowhere without a lot of neighbors.
Alright, and that farm has already been stripped. So, unfortunately,
There's still 10%.
Unfortunately, I believe our best course of action then would be to raid the enemy soldiers that we basically know their location, because they are not far from us, presumably.
We could always just forage for what we need on the move from the land, not necessarily from farmland, but from the forests.
No, I hear what
It's
you're
not going to be
saying.
enough. Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. It would take a lot of our time and not necessarily be successful. So we'd
Also,
spending time and you don't necessarily get a return on that time if you get what I'm saying.
we get to kill some enemy soldiers.
The raid is definitely risky. We have no idea what the size of their force is. We don't know what we'd be walking into, and we are not terribly stealthy or ambushy, so it would likely be a frontal assault. but it would leave us supplied well enough to continue our journey.
I don't
All
know.
to you, Captain.
I really don't know if it is worth the risk.
Lieutenant
Well, that's the
Cyrus,
thing
what's
about
your
military operations.
I am free to voice my opinion on the matter, regardless.
It's true.
yeah,
I welcome everyone's opinion, but in particular, Lieutenant Cyrus, how do you feel on the matter?
I say we do the raid. As you said before, it's a surefire way to get food for our journey, and we're not sure if we'll have enough to scrounge around and everything else. So,
Can I make a suggestion if we're going to do the raid?
Go for it.
We should wait till nightfall.
No. A, everyone expects a nightfall ambush. B, only some of our party have dark vision. And C...
only some of our people have dark vision.
Yeah, and C, I believe some of our range characters would struggle.
Yeah.
Yourself included.
Well, it was just a suggestion, because if they can't see, if we can't see, then that means they can't see.
Yes, sure. Assume everyone is human. That's yes.
So, it's
The fuck, Brett?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Brett, you're not on mute.
Yeah, there's definitely a car sales pitch happening right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't care about the car sale.
I
Thank you.
Hey, Brett.
So yeah.
Brett.
Sorry, I was.
Now he mutes.
What?
Yeah, he thinks
He thinks he thought he was muted.
Oh, I muted the I muted the recording. I hit the mute on the recording, not in the Discord. Okay.
Somewhat away from the capital.
Fine.
Okay.
And they also may have moved. It's not guaranteed they're in the same spot.
Yeah, that was my mistake. Ordinarily,
I could probably use my
Right.
I could probably use my survival skills to track where they went.
See, okay, I see what I did wrong.
Moving resources would leave a trail of sorts.
You see what you did wrong?
I hit mute. I hit mute in the recording, not in the Discord. I didn't.
Well, that's okay. It means the phone number that we heard didn't get broadcast on your thing.
Well, it was from a fucking car dealership, so.
We know.
Yeah, they still think I'm interested in a fucking Dodge Challenger.
Did you challenge their expectations?
Anyway, and if it is in the, I don't know if I can even edit it out. Anyway, go on. See, ordinarily I have a shortcut key I press to mute things, but I forgot to do that.
Sorry, I'm just looking around for a copy of the world map.
It's pinned.
Oh, it's in Discord. I was looking in the tab in what's it called?
We had a conversation about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pinned, and I actually have a copy on under my biography.
The segment that y'all have mapped, is pinned. But you are aware that following tracks, you basically move at half speed. It's a slow progress.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if they were south of us, and there are no neighbors, well.
Alright, so, and we are currently in between Svalt and Volthaslor, right? Sorry, that was awful.
Sounded like words.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know we left Svalt, and I believe we headed north towards Volthalor? I can't say it. Sorry. I'm sure it's a fine town name, I just can't pronounce it.
Yeah, you, instead of taking the coastal trip on boat that you'd been considering, you joined the army, and the army trekked more or less overland, beating down roads as they needed to, moving upwards between Narak and Golduak, Avathar and Nakanul. Your current position is closer to being like right above Nakanul to the left of Kalag.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
So, roughly how many days north is Azabar?
That depends wildly on how fast you can move.
That's totally fair.
It'd be the slowest. That would be let's see, which character was that?
Moving through wilderness.
Orin would be our slowest person.
Yeah, and like I said, moving through wilderness, so it's kind of dicey, but because yeah, our options are either go for the raid on the soldiers to the south that we might have to look for, or we just push for Azabar, and if our supplies run out, we just hope we can push through it.
So if we go 20, feet as Orin, basically, how far away would it be?
I'll be right back. I got to go use the bathroom.
Like if there's no other roadblocks or nothing of that nature, or we had to slow down any further. It's just that's as he goes.
Let's see.
General estimate.
There's a chart here somewhere.
We haven't done overland movement like this in so long.
I know.
I've forgotten how it works.
Yeah, you'll be doing that in my game too.
Here we are. If you're moving 20 feet as your slowest movement speed.
Yep.
You estimate just under 2 weeks.
All right.
That's not gonna last.
Yeah, I was gonna say I generally carry supplies for a week. It's already been 2 days, so.
Yeah.
I've got. You know what? I don't know if I've been keeping accurate track of rations or not. I have.
You son of a.
So here's what I'll do. I currently have 13 rations listed on my character sheet. I will get rid of. I'll take myself down to 9. Just to.
Well, we've been adventuring for 2 days, but anyways, it's not the point. The point is, I don't think we as a party have enough to go that far, and I think
definitely.
Great. So I would like to start leading the party towards where we last saw the soldiers, and we're gonna spend a little time and try and be well prepared for our adventure.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me? Gosh, you don't happen to have like profession soldier, do you?
I can't say that I do.
No.
Why don't you give me an intelligence check?
Yeah, I got profession soldier. Yeah.
You never know. I took that on a bunch of characters. Not that it ever came into play, but okay. Yeah, you think it's a great idea. You don't see any problems.
I mean, the way you say that tells me otherwise, but Jesus Christ, I hate meta.
Well, as the number 2 in the group, can I roll profession soldier to see if I know anything?
I did ask
you
Cyrus
can,
advice.
yeah.
Sure. This is gonna go well too. I already know. Oh yeah, I'm so much better. Yeah, it's a great idea. I like this idea. Let's do this.
You know what? Renard is also gonna see what he can do with profession soldier.
I mean, we're not doing profession soldier, but whatever.
Yeah.
We're doing Whatever.
And our number 1 and our number 2 have already made their roll, so
That's the only reason why I rolled was I was second. So
Okay.
Against God's will.
and I already thought it was okay to go do this. So so I was like, yeah, it's fine, it's good. Let's do this.
Unfortunately, we as a party have reasoned against something the DM doesn't want us to do, and we're gonna go do it anyways.
Oh no, it's fine with me. Okay, so y'all you turn around, you begin traveling to the south, and you travel for a half a day. You get to the location where you spotted the small group of soldiers, and you don't see a campsite there. You do lock down the wagon path that they used to cart supplies away, and you begin following it. Why don't you give me a survival check?
That's our man Vance.
You said carts, right?
I did.
Well, I guess the tracks probably are all one together. We probably can't tell how many wagons.
You cannot.
Okay.
Vance. Zygrade.
I think he's away right now.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. My brain's a little fried.
To be fair, I didn't really hear him go away either. So.
No, I remember him saying he had to go to the washroom. I just thought he was
yeah, I remember that too.
So our refrigerator died.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I had pre-workout is horrible on my stomach sometimes.
That's totally fair.
And it's just
Hold
like
on. Stop. Before you roll. Oh, never mind.
Ooh. Well, that's just adding.
Just play this time. You don't actually. Whatever.
It's fine.
What were you gonna say?
It's fine.
No, but whatever.
I was saying, just like on freezers or whatever, I like talking about freezers. It's like some people like the freezer chest, and other people like the standing freezers, and tells a lot.
So, you all remember when I said, "Hey, you find the wagon?" Yeah, you didn't find the wagon tracks. You lost them somehow.
Are we able to backtrack and look for them again?
You can. It takes an hour each time.
Well, we're already committed, so.
Oh, that's pretty cool, the beverage center. I see that. It does dispense water, and you have like a water filter, like one of the. Yeah, sorry.
So I'm gonna try a long shot here. I would like to use my inventor ability to create a device that senses the bad intentions of the human soul to help Vance tug him like a divining rod that will tug him along towards bad soldiers.
Why would the blackened version be an extra $1,000?
I don't question
Not
things.
Everybody's lost on the fridge.
Sorry.
Yob is, just let Yob be a bloodhound. Just let Yob sniff it out. If it has food, Yob will find it.
Anyway,
Oh, I bet you I know what the Wi-Fi is for now. I just thought about that. So if the freezer gets too
Guys,
hot,
we really are just stuck on this fucking fridge.
sorry.
No.
I bet you there's a warning on there, so it would warn you saying, "Hey, it's not working" or whatever. That's what I'm thinking. That's what the Wi-Fi is for.
That's what my parents think too. But
Oh my god.
All right, I'm done looking. I'm sorry. Switch it off.
Are you really?
I will say I'm
We're
done
having a
looking.
great time.
I will say I'm done looking. So that's all it means to say. So there you go. Moving on.
Was my comment about my inventory ability heard and/or accepted?
I don't know if you. I heard it. I don't know if you could hear my eyebrows raise, but
Oh, I know it was a stretch, but that's,
yeah, little bit of a stretch.
well, that's why I ask. I didn't just roll it.
little bit of a stretch. But I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
All right, I'm going to attempt to make the device, muttering to myself as I do about how silly stuff like this is. So you get to add a 2 to your next survival check.
Okay. Give me a moment. Fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
This is that thing I said after we had those good healing rolls.
Does that include your bonus?
Yes.
Does it include the +2?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
his last check was at a +6. That's at a +8.
We suck.
Well, that's good enough to get you started on it. It has to be rechecked every mile. So,
This is anecdotal, but I have no idea how far a mile is. I am Canadian.
It's just under a kilometer.
I think that's wrong. I'm
Okay,
amateur.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, what did you say?
I have no idea how far a mile is.
Just a little over. Okay, so a mile is a little over half a kilometer.
You are radically wrong, and I know that, but
Yeah.
I still don't know how long. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have to redo it every so often. This is going to
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
A mile.
Continue.
A mile is 1.6 kilometers.
Thank you. That's useful. I should have just go search that myself. I don't know why I did.
Yep.
But
Now, here's the calculator too, so you just put in the kilometers in there.
that's
So,
fantastic. So,
yeah.
all right. So that's like every half hour of walking. That's not great. Probably hour because we have to. Yeah. All right. That sucks, but this is the path I have led us on, and I'm going to continue leading us on it.
You are committed.
but for an hour, and I need another survival check.
Come on, Vance.
Go, Vance, go.
Lots of faith.
There's your calculator right there. So.
I mean, survival isn't a trained only skill, so anyone can technically roll it. I think.
Is that grade you alive?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's not trained only, then everyone roll. Fuck it.
All right,
Do you want to roll survival?
I will roll survival too. as well.
I will also roll survival, but you know. Yeah, do you really expect the nobleman to
Wow, dice gods hate us.
There's
Not all of us.
there's a specific note about survival. If you are not trained in survival, you can only follow tracks if the DC for them is 10 or lower.
Ah. Okay. Well.
Well, that sucks.
So yeah, I don't
So-
need rolls from anybody, but
Well, I'm gonna still roll.
Okay. So in that regard, it works similar to knowledge
Yeah.
checks.
Wait, hold
Okay.
on.
also I have an extremely extremely important update that I need to get out there real fast. The fridge is controllable and monitorable through the SmartThings app, which is what the Wi-Fi Connect is for.
Yeah. See? Well, I posted in Discord the whole thing, so.
And it supports 2.4 gigahertz and soft AP protocols. Nice.
So
that's the important thing.
So you don't have to worry about anyone hacking your fridge, I guess.
Except for me, because now I know how it works.
Yep.
Gonna hack into your fridge, look at your produce. I don't know.
Yep. It's produce.
Spoil all your food.
See, you bought those bananas a couple days ago, and gotta make sure you eat those.
You really shouldn't keep bananas in the fridge.
I don't.
Anyway,
okay.
so we're failing miserably.
No, we're not. We're doing great.
Yeah. So the follow up from Vance.
But he did roll 15, so maybe.
The 15 was for the first one. There is an 11, which was a follow-up survival track.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Which means you lost the track again, and it's been another hour.
Well, it looks like we might be doing a nightfall raid after all. That was a shout out for Ironbite, and he didn't laugh.
I laughed.
Sorry.
I'm just looking at the travels. We're traveling along.
Laughing, crying.
Desna will find our way.
If you want to keep trying, you can give me another check.
Mostly crying.
This is our trials and tribulations on the path of success.
I'm gonna spend more time recharging Vance's device and try and help him out some more. This time the device is more useful and gives a +6 bonus. I can't do this a lot of times. Yay!
Alright, so you follow up for another mile. The tracks initially led westward, but now they're beginning to turn to the north.
Well, that's good for us.
Yeah, but this will be more checks. More survival checks!
I can use my inventory ability 4 more times today, and then I am spent. But I will do it, because I have committed to this path. So you get a +2 on your next check.
Okay.
So you continue following it. Interesting note, I just went and double checked some of your movement speeds.
Orin is not the slowest one. Yeah, are you slow?
Yob also has 20-foot movement speed.
Yeah. I usually just sit on people's shoulders to make up for it.
I was gonna say I don't think anybody would be slower than that.
Oh, you were saying, Magic?
Yeah, I'm just figuring out how quickly you're progressing and how long it's taking you. Anyways, so you did follow it for another mile, and it's still heading northward on a strangely parallel path to the road.
This is way, way easier in books.
I'm worried that they might be setting us up for an ambush.
They had to know we were following them first to do that.
All right, +4 on your next one. I got 2 left.
Well, I was going to say, are they turning? Is tracks, I assume, turning fresher or whatever? If we're following it. I don't know.
All right, you're confident you are heading the right direction, and as my brain melts and Cyrus asks the question, you are also confident you are headed in the right direction. And you're about halfway back to the location where you started this morning.
Well, that's embarrassing.
So you can give me another check.
To be fair, a lot has happened.
+3 on your next one.
How many we got left?
1.
All right.
Alright, just enough. You continue along the path for another mile. And it's starting to get dark because it took you half a day to travel back, and then you're moving at half speed, and you've gone about 5 miles, so it's definitely getting dark. Do you want to continue attempting to follow the path as night falls, or are you going to do something else?
I don't think following the path
the
at night's
captain.
gonna. I don't think following the path at night's gonna be a good idea. Jesus Christ. The path is running parallel to the road.
It is. It has been for about 4 miles. It is far enough away from the road that it's not like spottable from the road.
Is it relatively the same distance from the road the whole way, or does it bob and weave?
More or less, it's been pretty close to relative. There's at the very least a minimum distance that the path does not seem to get closer to the road then.
Alright, well... in that case, I think we give up on directly following the trail, and we just push forward north following the road, but going through the foliage as much as we can, and hope that they light a campfire that gives them away, and we can mark their positions and then maybe ambush them over breakfast.
Alright, so you're returning to the road, and your plan is to...
No, just following the route of the road. Not actually... we're gonna stay in the bush.
So we're gonna guess what we think that they're traveling from what we've seen so far, and keep going that way, and hopefully stumble along some way where we can see them.
And
Didn't the thing tell us to just go right to the capital?
we need resources.
Oh.
Okay, so does anyone have any objections to my plan?
I do.
Cyrus.
I do not. I think it's a sound plan.
I am good to go.
Alright.
Who can see in the dark and who cannot in this group?
I cannot. I have an iron torch, which is a little thing that floats around my head and glows.
Well, that's not good. So,
No, it's not.
anybody else?
I have dark vision.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
We can proceed until night actually falls.
I don't.
Okay.
So,
So, two people so far? Is that the only 2 people?
As a human being, I also don't.
All right.
Dark.
I was like looking right at you, so like, come on. All right, so the three of
As
you.
a completely average and normal human being.
Yeah. All right. So the
Oh,
three of
okay.
you cannot see.
At very least, we push forward until nightfall and see. Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty much at that point where
Well,
Ned is
I was
falling
going to say it
beside the
was
camper.
technically, since it's three of us, people can lead. I know that's not ideal, but we could try to lead each other through the darkness without lights on. I assume that will make it slower going than normal, but the people who are slow movement anyway are actually people who can see in the dark. So
There's also the risk of injury over uneven terrain.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
No chance there's any sign of smoke from a fire anywhere in the evening sky.
Give me perception.
You got this skill. That's that skill. We can do this one. Everybody roll that perception. Look around. Oh, it's the 20.
Cyrus, you think you could maybe just barely spot the faintest hint of smoke as the sun is setting in the direction where you're pretty sure the army camp was.
Yep. I tell people that.
That's not the kind of smoke I was hoping for. That's a bummer. Fuck, I guess we make camp. Yeah, that sucks, but I guess we make camp.
Right. Same watch order as last time.
if luck has been holding out, me and Sylvia are about to have a really fun and interesting watch.
Yeah.
I
we
will
had to
say
worry about
I would rather have pushed forward through the night, but that's okay. I understand some people cannot see, so.
Our rolls have been terrible tonight, and I would really hate for someone to break their fucking leg in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, I know.
And I know that's something Magic Dealer would do, so...
I know.
Listen,
But it'd be half movement for each one of you, so we'd only be moving 15, which would help, but I don't know.
Sylvia, you're just being paranoid. Our friend Magic Dealer would never do
Hey,
that.
Ironbite, 2 words, exploding runes.
Right, exactly. He'd plan a book with exploding runes. He would never try to kill us like that.
I mean, Altisha is also kind of a glass half empty kind of girl. But, yeah.
Like I said, we'll make camp and go through the night.
Right.
I do have a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus, Renard, what are your stealth scores?
Yeah. Well, I can say I'm pretty stealthy. No question. Explorers. With my armor on and everything. I can't be right.
Well, you know what I'm getting at, Cyrus.
Yeah.
I know it's not something we normally do in this group, but if you wanted to use your dark vision to scout ahead, that would not be awful. And the only thing is, we would have one watch with one less person, and We don't know how long it would take you, so it's up to you.
Oh.
You would also be very exposed and vulnerable
Yeah.
without your
I get
armor
it.
and without your party. And
Y'all could be stealthy.
Yav cannot be stealthy, and more to the point, Yav cannot be perceptive, so Yav is not a good scout.
Y'all feels very offended right now.
Yav, I've seen you be distracted by too many things. It's nothing against you.
Y'all has no idea what you're talking. Oh God, is that a bug? I want to eat it.
You have a grand appreciation for the world around you, which causes you to...
Okay, yeah. Bug now. Talk later. Go scurrying off into the bush.
So anyway, Cyrus, it's up to you. Yeah. Yeah, it's strictly up to you. I'm not ordering you to. I'm asking you as a friend.
I'll teach you, buddy. It's a beetle. They have the best crunch. Do you want one?
Crunchy munchies.
Is that a yes? A no? Maybe?
I'll say no. No for now.
Alright, then we just can't. Oh,
So-
and there's something in the bushes.
There is something in the bushes. It's a Yav.
I've already tacked off a ration, so.
All right, decisions must be made.
Must they?
They
Cyrus
must.
already said no. So we're just gonna camp. And use the same watch order as before.
All right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. So somehow, and I don't really grasp how, but you sleep through the night undisturbed. I'm so
fucking terrible.
concerned.
Sorry, someone was talking to me IRL and I missed that.
The night
Nothing
path.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Despite my best efforts, the night passes peacefully.
So yeah, we will get up the next day. I'm going to refresh my abilities.
I mean, I didn't expend any of my abilities, but I'll go and hit the rest button anyway. Oh yeah, because I will have healed, so.
Okay. So, okay. Quick question for the group: do we want to keep trying with survival and following the trail, or do we just want to fucking go for it and just walk and just try and catch up? Because we're going slow doing survival. We're not being successful all the time doing survival, and we think they're just following along the road, so we could just fucking go for it.
You, both the commander and the lieutenant can give me fresh intelligence checks today. With a night to sleep on it and consider.
You said intelligence checks again?
Yep.
The dice are not our friends.
We're good.
Carry on.
Good. Let's carry on. I like this plan. Let's go.
Were we doing survival, or are we just going for it?
I mean, I'm up for whatever anybody wants to do.
You're the boss.
I'd say, I'd say just go for it. Not do the check and just we know generally where they're going or what we think we know anyway. I'd say go half the day without checking and then slow down and do the checks and see if we can see a trail.
Good plan, Lieutenant Cyrus. Let's go.
All right. Are you traveling on the road, next to the road?
From the last few checks, we've tracked them, so I assume we're just going to try to follow off the road the way we think they're going for half a day, and hopefully that is correct. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Everybody agrees with that? Well, I mean, I guess it's just us two.
Yeah.
Dom is good with whatever Altesha Buddy and Cyrus Buddy decide because they are,
If this train derails, well, it's on us too. It's okay. No,
the boss. Speaking of that, though, y'all found this really cool bug again. Actually, it's... Oh, wait, no. The bug was last night. Look at this weird lizard y'all found.
Is it edible?
To your everything. I'm sorry. To your everything is edible.
How interesting.
I got stuck between my.
Go from culture and uncultured in 2 seconds there. Orin, what's wrong?
Sorry, I got mixed up between my elven character's voice and my dwarven character voice. So
that's just wrong in so many ways.
I know.
I too know the feelings of being torn between 2 identities, trapped within one, yet yearning to break free with the other.
You can just come out of the closet. It's okay.
No, not that type of entity. I still like girls.
Why is Rich Man in a closet?
I don't know.
It's okay.
Is it a metaphysical one?
It is a sort of a metaphysical closet, yes, in a way.
Okay, well, how'd you get trapped there? And if so, how can we break open the closet? Y'all know a couple people that we might be able to contact, especially for metaphysics. It might take a while, though.
No, y'all, one has to be broken free of the shackles of oneself, and they can only do it themselves. Otherwise, what is the point?
That sounds stupid. Why don't you just do it then?
Because I'm not shackled in that way. You know what? It's another way. Don't worry about it.
It was actually kind of a joke about a metaphor, so it was a little bit like layers, but... Anywho, we proceed.
All right.
You carry on for half a day, which is 8 miles before you decide to stop and check for tracks again.
Yeah, hopefully.
And I will recharge Vance's device from yesterday. You get a +3 on your roll.
Alright.
Come on,
Shit.
Vance.
Should I do guidance? It has a risk of whatever, since it's a spell, but...
I mean, yeah, I actually do guidance too. Fuck it.
Alright.
Guidance is a cantrip. You be spamming that.
No, it's still...
And there's that roll right after that cantrip.
I forgot about
please.
that.
By all means, spam it.
What did you roll again?
So you get a +4 on your roll total.
Survival.
Okay.
+4.
I heard you.
That is a huge bummer.
You spend an hour searching around, but you just can't seem to find the tracks.
I seriously doubt we overshot them.
I doubt as well. Continue moving.
Sorry, IRL conversation.
No, there's nothing for it. We should just keep going.
Yep.
We find them, we find them.
Yeah, I guess. Let's do it. We're heading north anyway, so it's not like we're not going towards the capital, so we just press on.
Yeah,
Press on. Keep going.
I mean, we could stand in the place where we live.
No.
No.
No?
No. So, you're going to continue northward for how long before you check again?
Let's call it 4 more hours.
Alright, so... I need perception checks.
Okay.
I guess I'll just think about direction.
I wonder why.
That I haven't before?
Well, that's good.
Very impressive, Yav.
See, Yav told you that Yav is still the most perceptive thing, even if Yav is also thinking about that shiny rock Yav is looking at over there.
How shiny is the rock?
Not that shiny.
You wouldn't know a shiny rock if it came and, like, you know, kissed you.
If a rock
Hey, that's an
Vans,
insult to my wife.
If a rock kissed Vans, we would also have like some serious other things to ask.
Yes, getting kissed by elementals is not fun.
As
That
you're,
raises a question. If you know it's not fun, then you've had it done?
hey, show yourselves!
Hmm?
You hear shouting from the direction of the road.
Alright, hey, quick question. Does anyone have any fabric they could use to make armbands real quick?
You're just thinking of this now?
Listen, I've had a rough 3 days with you guys. So.
No.
Okay. In that case, assume a formation, and
I would, but time seems to have stood still.
Well, we're not doing anything on this map anyways.
I'm gonna go with okay, we're coming out. You know, we were just like fleeing dissension and everything. It's all crazy everywhere. So, hi, how are you?
Switching maps. You've been warned.
Okay.
Oh my god! Hey, we're on the road again.
Are we on the road again?
We are. And you need to swap out a couple of tokens so they have their bars.
Yep.
Wish we were going places that I've never been.
I'm gonna move everybody. I know it was so far away.
And
far
I
away.
ran so far. Anyway.
Okay, so for approaching folks, I would like myself to switch places with Orin, and actually that's pretty much it. Kind of okay other than that.
Yep.
You know, I never feared for anything.
except being beaten to death by song lyrics.
Orin, could you take the back left spot in the formation?
Brett,
Yes.
come here.
I think you should have just stayed there.
All right. So, walking into side is... Oh no, that would have been terrible. No, that would have been absolutely terrible. I almost made you fight your own allies.
Uh-oh.
Whoopsie.
All right. So, coming into view, you see a squad of the general's army troops, distinguishable immediately by their armbands.
Let's take a look at these guys.
Cyrus, you do the talking. Nobody talk except Cyrus.
Oh boy.
Two, two of them have rifles drawn and aimed at...
Hold on, something just fell down. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
And now we wait.
That's fine.
So anyways,
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Welcome back. So two of them have rifles pointed at the party. One of them has got a long sword and a shield, and two of them hold glaives at the ready.
Blades at the ready, you said? And
Glaives.
Glaives. Okay. So.
Did anyone else just like have everything go completely black?
Glaives?
No.
No, it's definitely the two in the back.
Yeah, that's what I assume. And then these two are the rifles. Okay, all right. Just making sure. Just making sure who's who. So. Okay.
Do they appear to have a cart with them by chance?
They do not. They are on foot, much like you.
All right. All. I know that's a silly question, but do they like all human or races?
The standard smorgasbord of races that's common
Okay,
in this country.
that's good. Hello, this is a glorious day out here. What are you doing?
Oh, Lord. One of them just rolls his eyes so hard, you're afraid they might actually pop out of his
Good.
his skull. Like,
Yes.
there's a serious risk of that. And one in the middle says, identify yourselves.
Well, yeah, but
Speaking of, where did Yov go?
Yeah.
I don't know. My screen fog of war is
Your token
On.
has vanished from my screen.
Oh, that explains why they don't have a view.
I can see how that would be a problem.
I actually think I know why, because Yav has never been on this map.
No,
No,
I
Yav-
had it originally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Yav was right there, and then all of a sudden got disappeared and never came
I
back
can't believe Magic Dealer deleted me
Yeah.
from existence.
from existence.
I temporarily went to go visit my family.
You got an urgent phone call from home.
Sorry, guys, I really have to take this right now.
So, yeah, we're kind of new people, and we kind of was marching around, and we kind of got lost, and we're not sure where we're going or what we're doing. Need some guidance and help. Yeah.
Ooh.
Lay down your arms, lay on the ground.
Altisha just shakes her head.
Why are we laying down our arms and laying on the ground? We're the same side. We're the same team. We're just new people.
Fine, what's the password?
Charge!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't think diplomacy would go very well on this one. So.
No, I didn't. I was more looking for lulls than anything.
Yep.
Roll initiative.
Ollie Oxenfree.
That's okay.
My password is your mother is a bitch.
Damn, okay, fuck.
I mean,
Fuck you saying about my mom?
Not your mom, their moms.
Hey,
Well,
just
she
out of curiosity.
Kind of was, but I don't know why that's any of your business.
I mean, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not gonna say it.
We're starting things spicy.
Oh boy, rifle shots, everybody.
Awesome.
Pray.
Yeah, thine self for shit.
We are going to I think the first shot's gonna go towards that person shouting charge.
And just so I remember correctly, rifles don't hit touch AC in this, right?
They they hit regular AC.
Well, flat-footed in this case.
Normally, yes. Things like the gunslinger's abilities to resolve against touch AC still work. Actually, I need to get this thing open. And by this thing, I mean Hero Labs. All right, here we go.
Oh, it might help if I actually roll.
Yeah, that would be good.
That does increase your odds of participating in combat, yes.
Oh, god damn it, I wasted it.
Maybe not. You might be able to go before these guys.
Gosh, I'm not sure. Does a nat 20 ensure that on initiative?
I don't think so.
As far as I know, it's only attack rolls and stuff.
Also, Yop, you should be at full health right now with all the resting we've done.
Oh, how do I do that?
And you should also have your Eidolon turned on if it's not.
Oh my god, how do I do this?
The Eidolon is always on,
Oh, perfect.
or should be always on.
Same with Vance over there. Should be healing too. I don't know if they rested.
How do I do that? Oh, is it rest?
No, for simplicity's sake, just add 3 to your health since you're only down 3 and we rested twice. But you don't really cast your spells, so I don't really have to worry about the rest of the rest function.
There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Vance, you.
Hey, Zygrade, are you alive?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was in the kitchen. Talking to my friend.
Dinah? With Dinah?
No, I was in the kitchen with my grandmother. Shut up. Anyway, what were you saying?
You're not
He's
full health
healed,
and you should
yeah.
be. Be rested.
Oh, so are you in the initiative order?
Yeah, Vance is in the initiative order.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Good for you.
All right. So these are at Altisha. And the first one misses, and the second one misses terribly.
Oh, I can't see any attacks.
Thing.
I'm okay with that.
You want private rolls again?
I see.
Oh, God.
The 25 hits my flat-footed though.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah, my flat-foot is only 22.
All right, it hits.
Man, she's just like, finally I hit Sylvia.
I know. And you know, I'm gonna try to do it again. You think that's too much? I think it's fine. It's probably fine. Oh, but no, because this one didn't. Okay, yeah, no. This one is gonna do its thing, which is to step forward and maybe not that far. To step forward and raise his weapon menacingly, and that brings us to Vance. Zygarde.
I can
Alright.
hear you.
That will miss.
You still didn't heal yourself, so.
Oh. My bad.
There you go.
Right. This guy takes a couple steps forward and also raises his weapon menacingly. Brings us to Cyrus.
Okay. It's all the way down here. Sorry. Lost in tabs. Alright, and then I'll go down here. I was going to, but get away from... He's got this glaive thingy. Yeah. Oh, wait. wanted to move there. And sure, I will target this guy here. So we'll save.
Ooh, spellcasting.
Yep.
Oops, wrong button. My bad.
Of course. Okay. That's it.
Make ready. Your turn comes.
So, I charge.
It is Renard's turn.
Oh, I got it. It's my turn. Oh, because I have control of Renard's token. Sorry. I just got it. It's your turn notification.
Excelente. Renard, what shall you do, sir? First off,
Oh, I should not have had a coffee this late at night. So good.
so Renard is going to
It's been a while since I made coffee.
advance to here.
My mother-in-law brought me an iced coffee on our way home from work.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
He's going to allow the energy to charge up within him, and
No, actually, I think I have some creamer to my order for tomorrow.
And then he started blasting.
And then I started blasting. Blap, blap.
that is a touch attack. Not that I think it's gonna matter.
You fire a mystic bolt and blast the dirt at his feet.
Let this be a warning to you. Oh Lord, what am I doing?
It's your turn.
All right. Well, I can tell you exactly what I'm doing because I'm going to do it real fast. Drink a potion of mage armor, and that's it.
Respect.
Right.
No movement.
Nope. I want to say out of the line of fire as much as possible. I'm a witch.
You're like, no,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm good.
Ow. Ow.
All right, that will trigger my trap card.
Yeah, I figured
that's
they had
nice.
prepared action. But
You activated my trap card.
take your swing.
All right. So, the glaive wielder begins to swing at you, and at the last moment, you realize he's going for your feet.
Oh, I was thinking a trip attempt?
Indeed.
Alright. That will fail.
All right, and then he will use his readied action to attempt to do the same thing.
Wasn't that his readied action?
No, that was his attack of opportunity.
I haven't moved through his threatens. Oh, yes, I
You
did.
did.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot how reach worked. Well,
Oh, well.
not much I can do about that.
Nope.
He sweeps you off your feet, not in the good way.
No.
Good for him.
Well, this is going just about as well as we predicted.
I was making a charge attack, so that's the end of my turn.
Remember to add the prone condition.
All right, this one is going to step forward and attack Altusha.
Is that including the prone bonus?
No, the prone should be a penalty to your AC.
Oh, I thought the prone was a plus on the attack roll.
No.
Oh. Well, that's silly of me.
There, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how we've usually resolved it, but the difference is the same.
Yeah, I mean, one side or the other, it's still just a 4 modifier. And that's
Yeah.
gonna miss regardless.
Yeah.
This one takes aim at Renard, who is throwing bolts of lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Very, very frightening. Ah,
Oh god. Every single last fucking one of you.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's
The
some good
rapid
damage.
shot will hit.
Good job, Rifleman. That was a good shot.
Pew pew.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You know, if Renard does go down, I'm bringing in an actual healer for us.
Yav.
God, I'm just so mad that freaking Vance is standing in front of me. Okay, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's it. That's all I could do. I think that's outside of my reach. Yeah.
Yeah, he reaches 10 feet.
Low-key horrifying, but yeah. Alright, this guy is gonna shoot at Cyrus.
Yeah. Oh, both of those hit. I mean, 2 great shots.
ow! Oh,
Damn.
Wow, yeah, 2 almost max damage.
Yeah.
No, one of them was max damage.
So where's that prone connection?
This is a polite GM reminder, because I'm like a cool dude. I think Yav might have something for that, if Yav is interested in using it.
Oh. Wait, did that crit?
Nope, but there's 2 hits, both at almost max damage.
Oh. Yeah, I'll quibble the first one.
Alright,
Yeah, just a minor alteration of reality. No big deal.
yeah, sure.
Never mind.
It's almost made it worse.
Wow, so yeah, the dice are being mean to you, but I cannot express how nice they were to you earlier this session.
I think it's also really, really funny that, you rolled using me. It's very funny.
It's fine. Still the +7.
Oh, I know, I just think it's funny.
Yeah, it's I guess nothing to quibble over at the end. The skirmisher steps forward and takes a swing at Altisha.
magic?
I just work here. It doesn't confirm. Pretty sure that'll hit, though. Vance.
Alright. I think I got enough distance to hit this fucker. This motherfucker.
Well, yeah, that will indeed hit. Is that just a regular Alchemist Fire?
Yep.
Alright.
And you maxed it. Congratulations.
Yeah, which is still incorrect damage. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not automatic, that's optional, we'll get back to that. Cyrus, roll to stabilize?
Yeah. It's the one I want. Sector. Is there one, or is it just Constitution on there? Stabilize roll.
Normally it's a contract, there's stuff that can add to it.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
just
not.
didn't see it. Alright.
It'll be DC 13. Alright, you're stable.
I didn't want everybody to know, but yeah. Okay.
Oh, was it hidden?
Yeah, I put it as private because no one else is supposed to know that, you know?
Fine, re-roll it and I won't tell anybody what the result
I'm not re-rolling that. It'll work.
Sorry, it doesn't like have a good indicator if it's a hidden message.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I think I might as well change the public name.
Doing anything else?
Well, I got nothing else to do, so I'm laying there dead. So, well, not dying. So
I mean,
laying there, not dying.
Why would you not want us to know what you rolled?
Because your character would not know. You're way over there, Orin. How would you know?
It helps to prevent metagaming.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Because
well,
someone technically should run over here and check on someone who gets down like that, you know. But sometimes people,
with these people,
some people kind of, you know, play. Oh well, they rolled okay and stabilized, so it's okay. I don't have to go over there.
Well, it hasn't been my turn yet, so.
No, I.
Alright, so you're done then.
Yeah.
Although you are stabilized, so you know.
Are next.
Alright, Renard. Cyrus is shot twice and drops.
Oh dear.
One of the bullets seems to shift in the fabric of reality and move closer to his heart.
The man down.
Hey, you don't even have any potions to feed him.
No, I'm. Anyways, once more into the zappies.
To the zappies.
And that is
The one directly to your south again is still gone.
Yeah.
Very good. That will hit and shock him while he is covered in Alchemist's Fire. Which is not a good direction for him.
No, probably not.
It's your turn.
Alright. Alright, so there's one movement.
Yes, move on your stumpy dwarf legs.
Alright. So, don't move to get to Cyrus, so that's all I can do.
Alright, this one's gonna go and attempt to stab Altisha.
What the fuck?
Are you fucking with me right now? That hit doesn't confirm, but yo.
It's a good thing I didn't confirm. Damn, that might
Magic in his rolls of death already.
that might have killed you outright.
Yeah, these guys are rolling pretty well. For
Reasons.
Tisha, you're not up, but it's your turn.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
luck.
No, there's not a lot of great options here. If I stand up, I provoke. And they get to hit me with the bonus. If I stay down, they get to keep hitting me with the bonus. Can I stand up and take a 5-foot step or no?
No, that's moving.
Okay.
Man, of all the times not to have missile bays in your...
As part of my move to stand up, if I would take one, would I be able to draw a weapon?
You can, dropping whatever you're currently holding as a free action. So,
Okay. In that case, I believe my best course of action is to drop my lance, stand up, drawing my sword of kinship or whatever it was, and provoke the 3 attacks of opportunity.
all right. I just have to go open a thing now. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
That will hit.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Magic!
Alright. So the 20 would have missed, but the 27 will drop me. So.
Like he's on a roll.
Well, I have to look something up. So give me a second.
Yop can only do the one thing one time, or has it?
Yeah, so once per day.
Uh,
Yeah. And I believe once I'm unconscious, my AC goes lower, so the 20 will hit me.
Oh, it will go way lower. But again, like I said, I gotta find a page, and I'm tired, so my search skills are not great right now. I have to check a card I wrote. Oh, that's why it's in the stem folder. Okay, I need you to roll me a D100, please.
That's never good.
That's not bad. All right, so you drop your lance, draw the sword as an act of desperation as you climb to your feet. You are struck again, and you feel the life leaving your body when suddenly the weapon in your hand flares with energy, and you can feel it coursing through you.
The fuck?
This is a good sign.
Is it?
Is this magic weapon bullshit?
Probably.
I will fucking take it.
I believe this is artifact bullshit, but
I meant that.
anyway, should I apply that last 20s hit damage, or?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Alright, it wasn't the best roll, but you feel the energy cascade through your body, and some of your wounds heal, and in your head you can hear a woman screaming. A scream of rage.
Well, that's something.
And you may take your turn.
So I'm on my feet. I've got my sword in my hand.
You're on your feet, and you are literally radiating golden energy at the moment.
Oh, she's going Super Saiyan.
That's
Don't do that. Don't cheapen it.
that really clashes with my armor's motif, but I'll live with that. You know, being off-brand for your aesthetic isn't the end of the world.
Listen. You've gone hyper mode. Now show them
Supersonic.
No.
your awesome might. That hand of yours is burning red.
Shut up. I know what you're doing. Shut up.
I will raise my magic sword and strike mightily at what I assume is the enemy commander. Shouting something about let's go with babbling demonic nonsense, just to be funny.
Oh, charming. Not at all horrifying.
And that is wrong because I'm still prone.
No, you're not.
You
Are you?
stood up.
Yeah, you stood
Yeah,
up.
the prone condition is on. This is what she
Oh, I see.
And
Turn it off, forehead.
I did. Anyways, it would only be 4 higher. But...
And yet you notice as you swing, your blade seems to ignore the opponent's armor entirely.
Damn. Okay.
Brilliant energy? Whoa.
I'm here for DM bullshit now.
Hey, I have a chart. It's all structured.
it's structured DM bullshit.
That's the kind of DM I am. Yeah, structured.
Structured DM bullshittery is the best kind of bullshittery.
That is just absolutely lovely, you know?
Yeah, with your single blow, you deal a massive amount of damage to this. I won't say poor fellow because he's kind of an asshole, but to the guy in front of you, and blood just kind of pours out.
Weep
I ain't
before
questioning
me,
it.
for I am your doom.
Listen, I'm not gonna question it.
But you never told me you could do that.
This is not one of my conventional abilities.
All right.
That will miss.
The soldier swings at you, but the blow is kind of half-hearted, and the look of shock and not quite terror, but definitely fear. Kind of is a good explanation as to why. This one is going to
Attack the literal glowing golden god draped in demonic armor.
maybe We will see. Nope. You said. Wah wah. It's gonna take a shot at Bernard.
Range versus range.
That's not right. Friendly.
It seems shots.
A shot.
Oh,
Shots
just
fired.
one shot? Okay.
Shot. Everybody.
Oh, it's moving. Okay.
And it backs away. Well,
Was
she
I
backed
just
away.
shot at?
You were shot at.
I can't see it.
Yeah. Oh, well, that will hit.
I'm going to do a 5-foot step, and I'm going to attack. Oh God.
Focus fire.
What?
Focus fire. Attack the one I'm attacking. The middle.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that. And I bite.
Sorry, that was metagaming. My apologies.
Very good.
You two have been hanging out for like years.
I was also gonna do it anyway. I just couldn't. I was trying to figure out how to point at something, so I still can't figure out.
I believe X on the
Space
keyboard.
bar.
Yeah.
Space?
Egg. No, X.
X.
X. I was thinking of I was thinking of found. I'm not foundry.
Map tools. Map tools will space
All
bar.
right. You hit. Your bite crunches into this guy, bending armor beneath it, and your teeth pierced through and into his nasty little arm.
Why is his arm
And-
little? That's weird.
Well, it was bigger before you bit it. That's all I'm saying. And you successfully grab.
Oh, that's gonna be helpful.
It's also
Now
worth
swallow
noting.
him whole and make his life even more miserable.
That's not yet.
It's also worth noting that the grab in Yov's bite attack is actually 4 under what it should be. It's just using straight CMB, not with the grab bonus.
And because you successfully grappled this person, you may relocate them to a square adjacent to you.
Should I? Yeah, do that. And then I can 5-foot step. And we
You
can
just
flank.
did a 5-foot step.
I meant next turn.
You can still bite them from there. You can 5-foot step too if you want. But
No, I already 5-foot step.
yeah, on your next turn.
Yeah, I was talking about minutes.
All right, this one is
I fixed your grab attack, Yov, so it'll be accurate in the future.
is also conspicuously not shooting the golden glowing god and is instead going to shoot at Yav.
Fair.
Is there a extra penalty for shooting at someone who's grappling, or I don't remember?
Grappling has penalties that it puts on the user and the person being grappled that makes them easier to hit.
Okay.
So penalties, but not for the person shooting. However, the firing into melee thing does apply if they don't have poke shot.
Precise shot. But yeah,
Precise shot, yeah.
Precisely.
exactly that.
I'll shut up.
Ooh.
Oh.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
That's not very good.
Well, don't worry about that.
Alright, the skirmisher here is going to regret getting up for work today.
Isn't that people? Isn't that basically everyone every day?
And he's gonna try to break free of the grab.
I'm actually particularly well medicated these days and generally wake up and feel joy and exuberance for my day.
That's weird.
I know it's weird. It's not the way I've
There's
lived
not enough
my life.
alcohol in the world to make me ever feel that good.
I want
What is wrong with you?
No, for me it's a combination of 4 different psych meds that works really well. But... Plus,
Like I said, not enough alcohol in the world to make me feel good.
well, my point is that alcohol isn't the...
Yeah, alcohol is not a very good.
What's the... Okay, how do I go against the 20? Or
You're fine.
It's my thing.
It's against your CMD.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Your CMD, that will...
B or D?
D. It will
D, okay.
successfully
Dog.
break free.
Boo.
Eov is very good at establishing grapples, not so much at maintaining them.
It just means I gotta rebite them. It's gonna be great. I'm slowly eating them to death. It's great.
The bigger thing is it's actually an action economy thing, and it...
Yeah, because they waste they waste their turn getting out.
Vance.
All right.
Lance fan stance.
I'm gonna cast targeted bomb extract. And then whatever.
All right.
Fence, no pants, banana, fana, faux fence.
We'll just skip this turn here. Don't worry about this. Nothing
It
to see
will be
there.
your turn next.
Not heard. And bite.
Right. We'll continue to try and electrocute this guy to death. This time I'm going to remember to turn on point blank shot.
Will you?
Yay!
So proud of you, dude.
Wow, that is some spicy crit damage.
That is a
Takes
touch.
spicy crit damage. What now?
Please tell me that.
Make his life miserable.
That does hit and do a good chunk of damage to him.
Oh, on Vance's turn, did he burn more or whatever, the one guy? Since he had the bomb. I don't remember if that...
Oh, right, that's what I was gonna do. Oh no, his turn comes up in...
Oh, okay.
Like, I definitely forgot to do it last time, but I recovered on his turn.
Alright.
Alright, is Renard doing anything else?
Nope.
It's your turn.
All right. Well, let's check on Cyrus here and see how they're doing with a heal check.
There's a lot of blood. Damn it, you're gonna make me look it up.
How
I don't know.
dare you?
I don't know why you wouldn't have just poured a potion down his mouth either way. Sorry.
Are we running out of
I'm
those?
sorry.
I have 4 left.
The man's literally bleeding out.
I don't know that. That's why I'm doing a heal. I want to see how
You might
bad.
be already dead, you don't want to waste it.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I mean, I'm checking for a pulse, checking his breathing. That that sort of thing.
Blah. You would think there would be like a thing here for that.
It is
My friend, that was very much mumbled and I didn't understand a word of it.
I was saying, I think it's under healing, so... Right, first aid. Oh yeah, he's not doing first aid. He's just checking.
Yeah, I'm just checking. First aid. First aid. We don't have time for first aid.
You can determine that he is not dead.
Oh, okay.
And for the moment, at least, he does not appear to be in immediate risk of dying.
Well, you know what? For good measure, I will spend my turn pouring a potion down his gullet.
You can't.
You can pull a potion out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a move action to do the heal or the check, basically. So there's the standard action. So
Is it?
Standard to provide first aid, treat a wound. I'll let a move to do a check to determine what's wrong. Since there's not an explicit thing for it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I can't give him a healing potion right now.
You have a standard action after using move action to identify what is wrong with him.
Okay, so I spend it pulling out a healing potion then.
Okay.
We're getting to you, Cyrus. Just stay with us.
This one's going to attack Altisha.
That will miss. I will continue to attack the one I have been attacking.
Alright. That will indeed hit. And you cut him down.
Thank God.
Muy excelente. I will then take a 5-foot step.
Alright, you cut him down and then confidently step over his dismembered corpse. And the person you just stepped towards immediately takes a step back. Just nope. Nope. All the nope. And swings panically, missing badly.
Continues to nope.
Noping intensifies.
Uh-oh, he's triggered the predator instincts in you all. Their eyes just dilate.
This one continues to avoid angering some people and will instead shoot at Vance.
You have made a grave mistake.
I don't know if that's true.
Little hit. No, I mean he's made a grave mistake in that he shot at me and I'm going to murder him.
Are you really? Because that would be just...
Not him directly, but I will murder one of his comrades.
Alright, Yav.
I'm going to take a 5-foot adjust, 5-foot step, whatever. And you know what? I'm gonna bite the fuck out of that motherfucker. Bite.
That will bite, it will not grab, but you crack through some more armor. It's a solid bite.
Yomp. Yomp and chomp.
Alright, doing anything else?
No.
Right. That brings us to this one. Gosh, these rolls. Hey, Orin. Bad news.
Yeah?
Bullets.
Oh no. I don't see a roll for mini shot.
Yeah, no, that should not be. Hold on. It's not right. I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh, that's a relief.
I was gonna say many shots a little advanced.
That I take it back. I take it all back.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a major bummer.
I take it all back.
Wow.
I
Never
well,
mind, that potion's not for me or you. So,
no, yeah, that potion is going on the ground.
yep. I'll help you, Cyrus. Pow! Right in the head.
As I as
This is bad.
you see Orin just get fucking headshot. Oh.
All right, that's canon now.
Alright, hold on here. I am prone. I'm incapacitated.
Vance.
Alrighty, buddy. And by buddy, I mean the motherfucker right about here. Wrong button. You know what? You know what I have? I have explosives. I have
Thank
lots
God.
of explosives.
Thank God you finally threw something out.
I mean, he was using targeted bomb and mixture last turn, which is appreciated, so.
All right. Sorry, I'm just
Oh,
adjusting it for the targeted bomb mixture.
At some point, I closed my hero lab.
Well, you blow him the fuck up.
Told you I was gonna murder one of his compatriots.
You did indeed. You blew him the fuck up. Oh damn it! I forgot to do the thing with him.
Yeah. He burns more too.
I'll apply it somewhere else.
Get ready. Your turn comes.
All right, Renard.
Renard looks at what was going to be his target. He looks at Orin and Cyrus. Takes a 5-foot step.
There's a potion at Orin's feet.
Renard's going to pick that up.
And drink it himself.
God, can you imagine?
I am very much tempted. However, I don't know where the rest of Orin's potions are, so I jam the potion down Orin's throat.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has move economy to do that, does he?
5-foot step, move to pick up, and standard to pour down.
Okay.
What's up?
All right, let me go ahead and roll for that potion then. All right.
That'll get you up.
So, the bullet hole in the front of his skull begins to scab over. You're a little concerned because there's no obvious exit one.
Checks out.
All right, Wolf, get up and I don't know, do something.
Yeah, I cough up some blood. I was trying to.
Well, great. I'd stay down because those gentlemen have they had very large weapons. So, have fun.
It is your turn.
All right. Okay. I guess I will do what I was going to do last turn. I spend my turn force feeding Cyrus a potion. All right, Cyrus, you get back 6 hit points.
Is there a shooting or something happening around here? Because I keep seeing police cars pass by.
How the fuck should we? Oh, you're talking to someone else. I'm right. And I will end my turn.
I gotta pick my dog up. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
He's like, give me attention.
That is like the best excuse ever, so.
Me trying to get my fucking cat out of the box.
Oh, you got your new cat?
Oh, yeah, I've had my new cat
That's
for like
excellent.
3 weeks. He still doesn't like coming out of the box.
That's fair. They take time sometimes.
Yeah. When saying it's because I'm not pushing his boundaries enough, I'm like, I think I don't want to push his. I think I scared him. His mom and Greg came over today. He hasn't come out and ate his food at all.
So my dog can only like kind of hobble. So he'll hobble a little in the direction he wants to go and look at me and wait for me to come over and pick him up and take him there.
That's
He's
kinda
like, Papa,
sad, but
I demand you pick me up.
Yeah. He decided he wanted to go sleep on the couch, so I had to pick him up and put him up there and wrap him in a blanket.
Good for him.
Anyways, you're up. All right, you hit. Your blade passes through what should have been very decent protective armor, cutting deep into this guy's side. And he continues to nope away. Nope. We'll swing at you again.
That will hit.
Hold on, what's your Yeah, no, okay, carry on.
Yeah, that's the third time. Oh no, wait, that's a fire engine.
I think this is the most Altisha's ever been hit.
Yeah, this
Actually, I'm
entire-
sure it is.
I
Yeah,
think that's true for most of the party.
Fuck, there's a building on fire in my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, that would explain things.
Do you need to evacuate?
No. No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
Alright, that would definitely do it though. This one is gonna take a shot at Yav.
Hey, they're didn't they roll ones on their guns?
We took away misfires.
Yeah.
Firearms in this game hit regular AC and in return do not misfire. They do miss though.
I think that was to save Brett a lot of hassle.
That was to save all of us a lot of hassle.
I mean, I don't have to worry about it. I don't know why about you.
Also in an attempt to balance firearms, because touch AC is so fucking powerful.
Yeah, it is. Isn't that right, Sire Sonor? No.
I'm gonna 5-foot adjust and I'm gonna bite.
Still coughing up some blood.
Firearms broken? Never.
That is a solid bite. And a solid grab.
Hell yeah. Yep. Look, I remembered to end my turn finally.
It's beautiful.
It's me, I did it. I'm not the Torghast loser this time. Wait, is that where my freaking hair tie has been this entire time? What the fuck?
Yes, in the meta universe of the game. Yeah, that guy. Okay. These guys just keep backing up. Far, far away from the horror. Vance.
The Lance fans.
Alright. This thing lasts for 2 rounds, right?
It's a round per level, so more than that. Keep going.
Okay. I could probably hit him from this distance. Fuck!
Sorry. Shit, laughed.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I might hit Altisha now. And, yeah.
And he's got the targeted bomb and mixture thing on, doesn't he?
that removes splash damage.
Oh, my bad.
But he still missed, so it's random. Yeah. So.
So, in case you all don't know, the first square in the D8.
Yeah.
Then it goes right, down, left, up.
Yep.
So a 2 lands here.
Which was close. Super close.
You miss, but you also miss. Just good.
Ah!
My bad.
You're going to dehydrate, Yov!
Just eat somebody, you'll be fine.
That's not how mucous membranes work!
Alright. I will do a potion. So move to take, move to do that. Get myself here. And then Swift. That. Okay. Still laying
It'll
down.
be your turn next.
You basically seen me anyway, hastily reach in my backpack, grab a potion, drink it, and do some magic stuff too myself. So.
Excellent.
Okay, so yeah, I have confirmed it is a fire up the street in my neighborhood, and it's apparently an electrical fire,
Huh.
and I might lose power.
Huh.
Okay.
That would suck.
That would. Anyways, speaking of electricity, let's find out what happens here.
Great segue.
Do you? Oh, you know what?
I do have precise shot.
I forgot to add grappling.
Nice.
That hits and cuts the line of burnt flesh.
Excellent.
It's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to pull out from my pack another Cure Light Wounds potion and drink it for my turn. Wow, that sucked.
Well, it's 3 points you didn't have before.
Well, all it takes is a bullet to take it all away again.
Yep.
I'm just laying here. Fortunately, they can't. Yeah, because of them
They can
shooting.
still hit you. So
It'd be pretty hard. Actually, there's only one guy left, and
2 people left.
is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't zoomed out far enough. Oh fuck, those 2 rifle guys are left. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
They. Oh, well, that's okay. That's
I will
long
say
one.
this: I am very happy I at least blew one of these motherfuckers up.
Happy for you.
Meanwhile, they blew me and Cyrus up. So
Altisha,
Hello?
you want to describe it?
Hey!
Yay.
So, Letitia definitely moves to take flanking position with Yav in a practice maneuver, almost as they've done it before, lining up her sword with the neck of the grappled opponent, stuck in Yav's mouth, blazing with beautiful glory of golden whatever, and the normal demonic awfulness of her armor as she strikes down viciously and beheads the poor guy.
Fatality. All right, so this rifler looks at the party, the corpses, the blood, the still glowing but slowly fading glow around Altisha, looks over at his buddy. They kind of nod at each other, and then he takes off running.
Ah, fuck.
Cowards.
We're in no position to pursue.
No, we're not.
Yav.
The only one who hasn't taken any damage is Yav.
Where is it? Wait, did he bolt?
Yeah, they both.
That one bolted, the other one hasn't had his turn yet.
What's a charge do? I can't remember.
Double your movement speed and an attack, so...
Hold on, I need a ruler.
No.
No. Damn it!
Well, I mean, your attack range is what, 10 feet?
It's still not even close.
I have a 20-foot movement speed.
Oh, yeah, you're limited to 40 feet. Okay.
Ooh, the paramedics are here too.
Well, I mean, it's kind of standard they would show up to emergencies regardless.
Anywho, we might as well just let them run. We can't. We're not in a position to continue this fight.
I'm still gonna I start chasing after him though.
Predator brain.
You know, like that weird skitter run that
Give me an intimidate check.
Dope. We'll happily do that, my friend.
Not too bad.
All right. We doing anything else?
I'm shrieking at the top of my lungs. But yes, that's it.
All right. Yeah, this guy is legitimately terrified and turns around and books it so hard his weapon goes flying from his hands, but he just keeps on running.
Oh, good. We can add that to our loot list.
With that, we will end combat.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
Unless anyone...
All right.
That was rough.
Yeah. Well, I have one more healing potion left.
Yav, go get. Yav, go get. Right. Yes.
No,
yes.
Yav, stay. Yav, stay.
We're out of combat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right.
Game or
I stand up.
Tisha walks behind a tree.
Well, I guess if there's no objections, I'll take my last healing potion.
What? How many healing potions do we have?
Well, this would be my last one.
Well, no, I know that for you. I have 5. Anybody else?
All right,
Okay.
Max.
if I did have any, Altisha has them. I don't carry things on me.
Aye, that was a rough one. As I kind of tap my head against my hand and then spit out a bullet.
It only hurts because it's painful. Could have saved that guy for later.
Well, yeah, I'm adding that to my fucking inventory. Are you kidding me? No, actually, no, I probably can't because the whole thing is probably bent out of shape. So I would have to remelt it in order to probably use it. Well, I guess we got. Hopefully, they have some supplies on them we could use to make this all worth it. Because I really don't feel like repeating that again. I'll just pause recording until Sylvia gets back. Alright. Hopefully we got some good supplies off these people because I really don't want to repeat this again.
Did they at least have food?
I'm typing out their stuff.
Cool.
And I'll post it in a second.
Next level, I'm gonna make you a tracker.
Just for the fuxes? Just for the fuxies?
Mhm.
Or because we need someone to actually fucking do it?
What? What do we need someone to do?
I
Do
said
what?
next level, I'm gonna make Yob into a tracker.
Mm.
I am basically the party dog, so we might as well fucking keep going with it.
Well, I'm gonna drink a potion of Cure Light Wounds.
I really need to get potions of cure light wounds.
Drink them if you got them.
Yeah, I'm all out on my end.
I'm gonna start casting spells here. I was waiting for people to get back, but sure. Oh, okay.
Alright, that's something.
I'll switch to 2 cure lights here. Both my spells. That's- Orin, you said you were out of stuff, so I'll get you, yes. Ready? So.
Okay. Thank you.
I know.
That put me back nearly up to full. Thank you.
Yeah. You're at 15.
I'm gonna drink one more potion, and then I'm gonna give Renard a potion.
Alright. I'm gonna heal myself then. Whatever one I have. Of course.
Renard, that last one's for you.
Good. Woo!
Oh.
Oh no, are we about to have our first magical mishap?
Probably. Of course. Nothing says screw you.
As a perfect roll.
Yeah, of course it was. So what's the damage?
Oh gosh. Roll me d6.
Awesome. That's great.
Well, there's the first one.
Right down the center.
Alright, give me a d100.
That's even better.
Charts and then there are charts.
charts muncher.
Right down the center again, 46.
All right, let's see.
Where's my awesome pfeffer?
All right. So you're doing your thing, and as you cast your spell, you feel the magic push back and twist it, and the area around you is just filled with absolute pitch black darkness. It's impossible to see anything. There is no light at all. Those of you on the outside see a perfect half dome of darkness just covering the area in front of you.
Ah! Cyrus! What have you done, lad?
What I should have done while they were shooting at us.
Oh.
I cannot see a thing.
Is anybody there?
Aye!
Marco!
Marco! Okay, good. I want to go away from you. Marco!
Polo!
I'll go towards that. Marco!
Polo!
Right. Marco!
Polo!
Okay, good. I'm out of the darkness.
Who the fuck is Marco Polo?
You don't want to know.
A cousin of mine. He claims to be an explorer. Really, he's not that good. He's dead now.
Terrible sports injury.
So, can't see anything in the middle of this awesomeness of greatness. The real trick is this. Did it actually heal me or not? That's the real question. That's the real question.
It did. You just got a bonus effect.
Alright. Sounds great.
Congratulations.
Thanks for being merciful.
It wasn't me, it was the dice. I have no mercy.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll try to get out of here, I guess. So.
Alright, as you try to move out of the area, you can make progress, but the darkness is thick.
I was just going to go that way, so.
Does it move with him?
No, it doesn't.
Oh. Alright, I guess I will also roll to pick a direction and move that way.
I don't know how many I can move. I'm going slow, so.
It's okay, you can work yourself out. This didn't happen in combat where we have to worry too much about it, but it's almost like you're pushing through a thick liquid or jello as you make your way out.
Wait. I wonder if I can do that again.
Try to eat it. Actually, no, I try to eat it.
It kind of tastes familiar.
So it's kind of like the solid fog spell.
Yeah, let's go with that. It's definitely not a bubble of the contents of stuff between the ether.
Oh, y'all hasn't tasted this in so long. This is great. Y'all just gonna try to eat more of this.
I just sit there and start chowing down.
Maybe, perhaps you should try and see if you can bottle some of this stuff up for later.
Altisha, buddy, do you have any bottles for Yav?
I have jars.
Alright, well, okay, let's...
Yeah, but you don't like Yav.
Alright, let's take a look what we got here in our loot here.
What did you say?
I said, but you don't like Yav.
That's a pretty good loot
I
list.
tolerate you.
You have already explicitly stated that you do not like Yov, so
That is true.
I
Okay.
like you enough to not want you to die.
Okay, so
why
we got.
would you give Yov your stuff then?
I got more than enough jars.
All right, so we got.
Well, Yov will not continue to look a gift horse in mouth. Yov's gonna eat
If there are no objections, we could divide the bark skin between myself and Cyrus, since we're the ones who don't really use any armor. What?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean,
Yeah,
What
I like
is
a bark
armor?
skin.
Yeah, if people want bark skin potions, go ahead and take them. Just tell me how many you're taking.
Why don't we take one each right now and leave the other one for later use?
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm gonna put it on my character right now.
We got rations!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only 15, so.
Yay! It's
Oh,
more
that's
than we
better
had
than
before.
0.
Yeah, that is good.
See, it's gonna be great. You guys get 5 and Yov gets 10.
Well, yeah.
Perfect math.
Can't you just eat the bodies of these dudes?
Okay, first everyone says Yov isn't supposed to eat the free meat, and then suddenly Yov is eating free meat. You need to make up your mind.
I believe most of the party is
Just
actually not
eat
evil
something
characters.
already and shut up about it.
Yov is going to kick your ass. Did Yov say it right?
Again, it wouldn't be the first time something. It'd be the first
I
time
put
something
10 gold
criticized
pieces on
me in
Yav.
my ass.
I put 10 gold pieces on Yav.
Alright, so, Captain's log. That fucking sucked.
Look, I'm not saying Yav can't kick my ass. I'm just saying that Yav wouldn't be the first miniature creature to do it.
Yeah, I got shot by the heart.
you're to blame. Anyway,
So what about the rest of this gear? 3 metric breastplates are pretty neat. I don't know. I can't wear one, at least not without really hampering my spellcasting.
I
That-
don't
it-
remember. Can alchemists wear medium armor?
I don't think so. I think you're stuck with light. Let me.
Damn it.
Pretty sure it's light as well.
I mean, you could probably
There's the
like
3
take a
tier
feed.
mod potions in there.
They are
too.
proficient with light armor, but not shields.
I mean, you could always take that as a proficiency later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering because my AC is kind of shit.
Yeah.
My
trying
AC is
to-
also busted in my car right now. That's fucked up. Sorry, I stopped.
So the trail rations there will give us 2 days. 2 days and a couple extra, more or less.
Well, at least we're finished the 2 days that we already spent.
Yeah.
How long would it take us to get to the capital?
We already said.
Just under 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we don't have enough. We still don't have enough food for the trip.
Like I said, the main thing is the cure mod potions on there,
Mm-hmm.
and the oil, and the rations on there.
Oh yeah, I already have some oil magic weapon in my inventory. I've got 2 oil magic weapon in my inventory.
So how did everything go while I was down? Was it great? Stunning.
My sword has magic powers or whatever, and like revitalized me and allowed me to strike down my foes with great might.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I was surprised too. It was really a last-ditch effort on my part, and I didn't really expect it to go that way, but it was great. I mean, awful, but great.
Hmm.
And I blew somebody the fuck up.
Well,
It was glorious.
this
Yeah,
dagger has no
beautiful.
no use for me right now, so I am actually going to I think I'm going to use this power to switch it to a gauntlet so I can wear it and use it, because right now it's not doing anything. Maybe it'll do something for me. So, because
Can I
yeah,
take,
not feeling well.
can I take one of the masterwork longswords?
I don't know, can you?
If you want one,
I'll stop. I'll stop.
English teachers hate this one trick.
Because I'm tired of using
It's
my
violence.
dagger.
Loot list is adjusted. Take away.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
I guess no one has any objections, so
To what?
No, it's your artifact. You do what you want with it.
all right. I was just making sure. So I will have it do its morph thing then. It's one use thing and turn it into a gauntlet. Then.
All right, you punch up your dagger.
Yo, punchy your buns.
Dagger of Fortune gauntlet.
I don't have any use for the rifle since I already got one earlier.
And yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I have any use for anything else on this list.
okay.
Although we could always make use of that rope though.
Yeah, I never know when you need a rope. It's a good rope. All right.
I mean, I have hemp and a rope in my inventory.
All right. So honestly, at this point, we might as well just continue along the road till we get to the next town and just deal with it. And
We can find
All
some.
right.
if we encounter more guys, we encounter more guys. It'll suck, but whatever.
And I imagine those two later will have a very interesting tale to tell.
So your plan at the moment is to travel openly down the road.
We're not really a stealth group.
We're
Okay.
just asking
Alright.
him for death and just.
All right. Magic dealer's incredulity has.
Don't let him
I guess-
dissuade you.
No, I don't know. Sorry, I'm really tired. Yeah, I guess we'll trek through the woods.
I would say trek through the woods for now and hide because people are hurt. So
Yeah,
I don't have enough stuff to cover everybody.
Lieutenant Cyrus knows what's up. Follow his lead.
And
Letitia's coming down from like the weird like god high that she had.
who's hurt the worst? Is it still me? Still me. At least that won't cause any effects, hopefully. Alright, at least everybody's above 20s, so hopefully that means we can take one hit before everybody falls down.
Y'all was fine. Y'all feels great.
Alright. And then we'll try to move through the woods, and I guess it's too far away for the capital still, so is there another town closer than the capital that we can go to? Or are we kind of stuck with just going to the capital?
I mean, I'm sure there are other towns on the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Nowhere.
It's like, yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere. The only thing is we can go west more to whatever, but that still looks far away too. And it's just, I guess we move half speed and try to scavenge because that's all we can do. So half move, scavenge. That's what I would say. I know that's going to take longer. but we don't have the resources.
All right.
Hopefully we can find some food. That's my suggestion. So what do you want to do, teacher?
I'm cool with that. That's a good plan.
Alright.
And I believe everyone can actually roll to scavenge for food.
Yep.
What's the roll?
Survival, I believe.
Yeah, it's a survival check.
Yep. If you move at half speed, you can make a survival check. Forage.
I found nothing.
So I sent you something on Discord.
I saw it. I made adjustments to my item in my inventory, and thank you very much.
All right. So 1 day of
You did the best out of all of us.
1 day of moving half speed and scavenging. Let's see here.
To the surprise of no one,
Close
y'all,
stem
I'm very good
autoplay.
at finding.
Oh, okay. So Bernard brings back enough food for 5 people. Altisha brings back enough food for 4 people.
I'm so dumb. I forgot y'all had ranks in survival when we were doing the tracking earlier.
Wait, I do?
Stupid small brain.
Cyrus brings back enough food for 8 people. And Ya brings back enough food for 7 people.
Were people writing that down? I don't think so.
Hey, you
I
missed
got-
me.
I got 4 people, and no, he didn't miss you.
Really, how many did I
We
bring?
got 4 people. I got 8 people.
I got
Bernard,
7.
you got 7. Bernard, how many?
Guys, I got 4.
4.
No, I got 5. I got 5.
Okay, you got 5. And Orin, you didn't have anybody, and it was Vance. What did you get?
I don't think that's good any.
Okay, Vance didn't get anybody. Okay, and so that's
I've-
1, 2, 3, 4 people got stuff. Then yeah.
We got
Okay, so in total, you for 1 day of scavenging, you brought back a total of 25 days of trail rations.
Wow.
6 of which you consume for that day,
All right.
leaving you with 19 trail rations in surplus of what you had before.
so we only have to do this every couple days, then that's good.
19, and then we just got 15 from the other people there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good. We could probably make the rest of the trip.
well, I'm thinking we should just add that up, and so one person keeps track of this
Yeah,
trail rations and be done with it.
I have it in the loot list.
All right,
Okay.
and just to
I
track,
would like to
track
volunteer.
everybody off.
Okay.
So,
I was about to say I volunteer y'all to keep track of it, but I do not think you want y'all keeping track.
no.
No.
Everyone's like, no, we're good.
One day we
No, you
have
have.
1 day we have 2 weeks worth of trail rations. The next day we don't have any for some reason.
Shut up.
I'll bet all
Y'all would
points
save-
off.
Y'all would save some for you, Cyrus. Don't worry.
Do we
Yeah, thank you. That's good enough for me.
we adventure for a day, scavenging, and then we make camp?
Guess so.
I'm just checking to see if anything happens in that time.
We're gonna see how dicey the dice are.
You're funny.
They're back the other way. So strangely, you somehow managed to pass through enemy-infested territory without running into an enemy.
Holy fuck, we got so lucky.
We should probably
That's
not have a campfire
maddening.
tonight.
I know.
Shut up, Eddie. You literally almost killed like 3 people, okay? Aren't you happy for the day?
Isn't your lust for blood sated at this point?
Never.
No.
Listen, the exploding runes taught me enough, okay? The fucking exploding a small child in front of me kind of sealed the deal.
Alright, so we make camp, same
Only
watch
one
order.
small child?
One was
Alright.
It was such a beautiful moment.
Same watch.
Horrible moment, but
It's not like it's traumatized me for the rest of my tabletop career or anything.
Alright, same watches. We'll move on. So.
the GM, a child approaches the no, run!
Detect magic.
Anyway, we keep getting Mike keeps getting interrupted.
I'm sorry.
And I'm taking notes.
Sorry, flashbacks.
But he was asking, are we doing the same watch order?
I don't see a reason why we should change it at this point.
Yeah, no, I said same watch orders. No one said anything, so I was like, okay, same watch orders. Let's go. Roll for the night.
Your night also passes uneventfully.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Either that or he's lying to us. And something's like stalking us in the night. You know, more than me.
Alright, make sure everybody hits the rest button and heal up. The rest button.
Rest button. Yay.
Teach spells.
Oh, I forgot to send this.
Dated spells.
Yay, I got all my bombs back.
I think it's funny how sleeping apparently can see your bombs back.
It's actually
I like
preparing
to
in the
imagine
morning.
my character spends. My character just spends inordinate amounts of time thinking of ways to make explosives.
Okay. Did anyone else see that message? Or
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Which
what,
message?
the trail rations one?
the one from you?
From me? What
Yeah.
message?
Yes, we have those 23 trail rations.
Yeah, no, everybody should see that.
Okay.
I think it's a joke.
That was from when you're talking about having Yav watch the food.
I see. I thought there was something very cryptic and sinister about that. I guess.
Yeah,
With,
I mean, it is
with
magical.
Yav, yeah, I guess with Yav involved, there would be.
Time elapsed 12 minutes.
Okay. So I got the spells I want. Rest of them up.
Okay, so we have just passed into the what I had planned for the first 20 minutes of the campaign stuff.
Oh no! That wagon took way too. I love how the wagon.
You have armor proficiency medium.
I didn't even know I had survival. I'm so stupid.
No, it's partially my fault, but
Hey, the game is an experience. So I'm just gonna roll a bunch of these.
I was too busy being distracted by beetles and lizards. And that's what I'm gonna run with.
So here's the deal. Nobody has a penalty on survival, which means everybody can take 10 to find enough to eat. You have plenty of people with bonuses. Your average bonus across the party is enough to supply the group with an extra meal and a day and a half worth of meals each time you do your survival check, which means your travel time to the capital is going to take roughly 4.5 weeks.
Good lord.
What a slog.
Once you move past the immediate area that is filled with enemy troops because they just attacked your nearby army group, you're more or less free or clear. I just rolled several random checks to determine if you had terrible, terrible problems along the way, and you have not. Which, though disappointing, is understandable. So your journey towards the capital at this point accelerates, and you spend a lot of time walking and walking and some more walking. And
magic.
You contemplate why you couldn't just fly there.
Magic. I have a question.
Yes, you're walking.
No, that wasn't my question.
But that's the answer.
Okay.
So here's my question. Can Yav ride Altisha?
I've been sitting on her shoulder for like this entire game. What do you want?
Good.
I mean, you also have a dwarf with stubby ass legs too, so it's not just me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
yes to both things.
And
I'm just small enough to be able to fucking be a passenger.
And I don't think anyone is offering to carry me around like Yoda.
Oh, I'll carry you around.
You're not even that size.
I know that.
The only person who gets to ride me is my wife.
Gross, but okay.
Hey, you set up the joke, I took it.
That's what you said.
Cyrus comes over there and tries to pick up Orin. It's like, oh my gosh, you're too heavy.
So, turns out I do have proficiency in medium armor, so I'm taking that taking one of those breastplates.
I don't know why you would have proficiency in medium armor.
I must have took the feat at some point.
Maybe it was for his free feat he got from the military training?
No.
I think it was one of the feats I took early on, so.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Oh, just let him. It's his
Do you
decision.
remember when you were like screaming about not having precise?
Just remember that medium armor slows the wear.
Yeah, I know.
You have medium armor proficiency, but light armor proficiency is not listed, which makes me suspect that it gave you medium armor proficiency by mistake instead of light armor proficiency. So anyways, you finally reach the capital, all excited to finally meet up with the
Rest of the armed forces
there. Maybe get some downtime to rest and recover and have a proper meal that isn't, fresh from the dirt.
I mean, we should all be fully healed at this point.
Yeah, you can all top yourselves off. And,
Hey, actually, question. What happened to all the ability damage?
it heals over time.
Okay, cool.
You've definitely been traveling long enough for all that to go away.
Like, I suddenly was like, oh, right, the slimes.
The slimes.
Good lord, the slimes.
You get to the capital and discover that the wrong flags are flying above the city.
Oh no.
Oh, our side
Yav
lost.
doesn't think that that's good.
There are obvious marks of damage on the exterior city walls in the shanty town around the exterior of the city. There are no troops outside, but from a distance you can see troops standing at each gate inspecting people as they enter and leave the city.
Guys, we should ditch our uniforms, like, now.
Yes,
Oh,
Right.
I just wanted to kill the stupid lich.
Maybe they have an embassy program for those who started on the other side.
well, I'm changing back to my, the better clothing.
Already way ahead of you, buddy. Vance says as he pulls out his plague doctor's mask.
Yeah.
So, Renard is traveling with you, and he turns around, and the sunlight glints quite brightly off of his dagger, briefly blinding all of you. And as you're blinking, suddenly he has vanished, and there is a stranger amidst.
How did the Foxman get here?
Oh. This is inconvenient.
The wrong outfit.
I'm so confused.
I roll perception to see right through Renard's bullshit disguise.
I think it's literally part of his class. I think we're not actually allowed.
Renard just kind of, as Vance looks at Renard, Renard just kind of strokes his chin. Like what you see.
Don't make me put poison in your tea.
Vance,
No.
after close inspection, you think you're not sure, but you think you might just see the outline of a thong. Do with that what you will. Yeah, definitely not stretching credibility here.
I have my eyes on you, man.
I'm not sure why, and then Renard switches back.
All right, so at the risk of derailing us a little bit, in order to conceal your identity, you must switch somewhere where you're not going to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we can do that.
No, it's fine.
We're not. No, we're not doing this in the middle of the fucking road. No.
Well, apparently he did.
He did. I just have my mask. I just have my mask out. I haven't even put it on yet.
So, let me see here. So everybody's getting rid of their, I guess, are we throwing the medals away too? I mean, because everybody's got their stuff on there. You're gonna search through all this, so.
We should probably find a place that we can bury him, and then mark with only a symbol that we know of.
Why? We
Just in
lost.
the off chance we need our uniforms again.
I mean, I'll miss the medals.
Yavis wants to point out that they are in fact, looking through everyone's stuff. They're being sneaky.
Yeah.
Or nosy, I guess. You know, like when you sometimes smell something in drawers, when nothing.
Doesn't matter to me.
I do like the whole idea of stashing our stuff, if anything, just over here somewhere where we know where it's at. I mean, that or we're going to throw it down and walk away anyway, so I might as well take a few more minutes and try to hide it and keep it there.
That sounds good.
All right.
So that means, the uniform, if you have it, like the breastplate and ammo, other people. So, do we want to write down what we're putting in there?
Well, the only thing I'll be putting down there is the rifle I picked up, because that's a military issue rifle. Probably standard.
Yeah, but didn't you have the armor that they gave you too?
I don't wear armor.
I think.
Oh yeah, that's right.
People got the armor.
Oh, I have it.
More uniforms and badges are the important thing here.
Yeah. Well, I assume that these are marked too, so I am throwing the breastplate down that they gave me. I assume there's a symbol somewhere on this thing.
There is from the military forges. However, it occurs to you that it will identify you as a soldier, but not necessarily determine which side you are on.
But then they're going to ask, well, what's the password or some other stuff, and I'm not going to know that. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'd be better off trying to sneak in as civilians.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Adventurers from Svelte, at very least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put the breastplate down.
It is have an official alignment.
I forgot we have all this equipment from those people too, those soldiers and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's not going to go in there either, because if we take that in, we're going to have to come up with a reason why we have all this military gear, but we're civilians, and that's not going to go over so well either.
Oh, my brain hurts.
Hey, at least I thought of it here and not at the gate, so that's something, right? Something. We're going to have to look.
Well, I'm still keeping my sword. I don't think they'll harass me over a sword unless it's got markings on it that indicates that
I point out probably there's a marking on there, isn't there?
Military equipment is stamped so that it's recoverable.
Point right there. There's a marking.
Ah, fucking gods. Oh, I think my cousin's home.
Well, the good news is I can put down the breastplate, and everything else on me would not have a marking on there.
Most everything I have on me is not marked. I still kept my plague doctor's outfit.
Yeah.
All right.
Letitia doesn't use much military issue stuff, but yeah, I suppose most of the contents of the loot list will have to be stashed.
Yeah. We can take the money, we can take the rations, of course. All the potions. I don't know what's all on the loot list, but besides, I mean, I know all the weapons and armor, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up the loot list to stash what needs to be stashed. I'll take care of it.
All right. We'll add a breastplate, military breastplate, I guess, on there, and that's all I got to give you. And I'm going to delete from my character. 1, 2, 3, it's gone.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
We're still arguing
Hey,
about what to throw away.
And
that
of course,
breastplate that you stole off of those dead soldiers, does that have the emblem printed on it? We might want to not have you wearing a dead soldier's armor.
Yeah, we just discussed all of that.
Well,
yeah.
Unless you want to disguise yourself as being a member of the other side.
but we just remember the person asked what's the password. And, we're going to probably have something of that nature, and we're not going to know it. So, and so
Better
Vance,
try to get in.
so
as
Vance will have to
civilian.
give up. Yeah, so Vance will have to give up the breastplate he just got, and anybody else who took
I
any.
haven't put it on yet.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
haven't
just
put it on
saying.
yet, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Cyrus, in the loot list from a previous encounter not with soldiers, we have a set of studded leather armor if you'd like, or something to wear.
No, I didn't have any. I didn't need the armor. It was just I just carried it.
Oh.
I don't wear armor. So.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
But Vance could take the studded leather. So if he wants studded leather,
Already had leather.
okay, whatever.
Anyways, before we go into the city, guys, I'm really sorry to do this, but I am just feeling awful all of a sudden. I might
Yeah, you
have
haven't
to
been
bow
sounding
out.
super great.
Yeah, I might have to bow out for tonight.
Okay.
I'm getting like a migraine or something.
Oh no.
It sucks.
Well, it's
Yeah.
getting pretty late. Do we want to just
Yeah, I think we might want to.
like can we continue without our illustrious leader?
No. I think we might want to put a pin in it. 'Cause yeah.
Sorry,
Yes,
guys.
you do. No, don't be sorry.
And then Magic Healer doesn't have to work quite as hard for next time.
Or at all. I have like so many pages I read out.
See, it works for everyone.
And his bloodlust has already been sated since he almost killed like a couple people, so he should be happy. And the next time, as we try to get in the city, he'll have some more chance
Well, guys, looks like this is where we're going to wrapping things up for tonight. I'd like to thank you for watching this session of Immortalis, and we will see you next time. Good night, and thank you for watching.